Hello guys, welcome to Ash and Answer Show. This is going to be the congratulations to the students that stand up for the gun laws and protesting last week. They have actually hundreds of thousands of students walked out of their school to protest for gun violence. There have been a lot of mass shooting at the schools. It's not as much as people think it is, but it happens. Couple days ago, uh, my actual high school was in the news, all over Facebook. Someone graffitied, having a bad day, do not come to tomorrow's school. And, it was a threat that it was going to be a mass shooting at Alejandro High School. I graduated Alejandro High School. I'm actually 2007 of that school. Luckily, no one got hurt, and police officers, and the administration, and the teacher, basically make sure that some shutdown for an entire period of time. Problem with San Leandro is right below Oakland as well. Oakland's not that bad either, but certain parts are. Certain parts of San Leandro is really bad because the border of San Leandro and Oakland where all the Crips and the Bloods were at and killing each other at that borderline. A lot of times when I was growing up. But I want to congratulate a lot of the students to actually stand up and fight what is right. There's a lot of politicians that are bought out and will be told by companies and consumers, especially NRA, basically telling them what to do. NRA makes money by other companies giving discounts and also membership. I don't know if they make money off of guns as well, but I heard through news they do. I need to research that. I know that the NRA helped set up a law for United States cannot research how to make better gun safety regulation, how dangerous it is right now. I hear a lot of questions from people like, what do I think about the Second Amendment and assault rifles? AR is not assault rifle. AR doesn't mean assault rifle. Does not. I forget what it means. It's not on top of my head. Drinking too much whiskey. But it is a semi-automatic rifle, but the AR does not stand for that. It stands for something else. It is very interesting how far technology goes. Back then it was basically gunpowder, and in China, you put gunpowder in a tube with arrows in it. We'll do the museum in China. This basically look like a rack with wheels. Shove about 1,000 arrows in it. Black powder. Fire it up. 1,000 arrows will fly out of it. It's very interesting to see. Then I believe Persia, where Turkey is now, throughout they modified gunpowder to more dangerous as in cannons. Then cannons became into muskets. And muskets were very dangerous back then because they could explode in your face or work properly or not that well. And later on into machine guns. Now, if you ever had a chance, History Channel had a very good documentary about how weapons evolved over time. Back then, they never had the idea that we will have a actual weapon that you actually can hold 6 to 12 ammunition that can shoot about like three musket balls a minute, and compared to a 60 to 120 rounds per second. So you also understand that as well. Guns were mostly used for self-defense and hunting. And usually, guns are very expensive back then, even until now. It's actually more affordable to buy a gun. And most likely, I was looking at an M9 with a police grip on it, and it cost about $200. And I used to own it. I used to have an M9. I was issued an M9 and an M16 when I was in the military. And I had a Luger and Winchester 22 by my stepdad. Not my stepdad, my father-in-law. So it's still in the Dover Armory. I think it's gone, so I won't be able to. I won't be worried about picking it up or anything like that. But you also got to understand, times change. If you look at other countries in the world, and they're very strict in gun regulations. Very few of them have mass shootings like this. Very few of them have problems with guns like we do. We don't even digitize background checks or people, and they're all paper. You know how hard it is to categorize and file stuff in paper. In the military, I used to work on TOs, technical orders. Basically, it's a manual for a particular item or use that you follow to fix and repair. I also deal with personnel records and files when I was disabled, and so I wasn't working aircraft. I was working more on those, and it takes a lot of space. We had rooms just for one person, for their type of jobs, and we have like so many papers that we can actually use these libraries. We call them a dead library that we can use as space for more productive viewing, because military was thinking about changing everything to paper to digital, but it took time because there's so many files. You also think about it as well, how many people own guns, how many guns are out there, what is your medical files like, what is your background files like, if you committed felony, that's a lot of paper that you're going to have to store and categorize, library, and look up, duplicate it, print it out. But they all should be digitized, and the NRA is stopping them from doing that to make more of an efficient background check. And those are the one key things that people, a lot of people and the politician knows about, but needs to address it, because you're in a digital age. Sooner or later, if you're in college or in high school, if you're watching this, so when you grow up, when you have your own kids, well, and I said 10, 15 years from now, it might be longer, it might be shorter. There will be no pen and paper. Everything's going to be on tablets. Why? Because that's waste. There will be times you may be able to actually easily modify a tablet. We can, but it's not cost efficient, because we like to junk things and basically make you buy a new product to make money. Everything's going to end up be in tablets, pencil, because we'll be cutting so much wood, be polluting too much air, so we're going to have to find very less energy efficient way. And one thing would be tablets. Anyhow, a lot of kids are very proficient in tablets than I am, and probably you as well. Now my brother's 14, and I never knew a phone could do certain things, and I don't really research it. I don't play around with this. But those are the main things that should be done. Fund the research and digitize all paperwork for background check. The third thing is, you don't need a semi-automatic. You really don't. My dad buys a couple of them, and I'm looking at him like, why do you need it? Oh, for a zombie apocalypse. Like, that's never going to happen. Even though there are actual zombie apocalypse manual for the military, that's for like a joke scenario. But in 1% chance it may happen, 99% chance it will not happen. But it's that mindset. We're thinking. You also think about it as well. If you have these weapons, multiple of these weapons, and you're going to up tyranny against the government, you should know that military mindset and people that are trained compared to civilian holding a rifle and weapon, who do you think will win? They might take a couple shots. If I have a squadron of 10 to 12 people, you have 10 to 12 people there. The ratio is going to be pretty much 1 to 12. So one, like, one of the military and 12 civilians. So one person could take down 12 people. So compared to civilian taking down 12 of them, they might even take one military aspect as well. Because we have equipments, technology, training. We train every day. You have to be proficient with the weapons, taking them apart, breaking them apart. We have to, do training exercise, doing resurgence, going in and taking care of hostage, taking care of the hostile, search and rescue. Military do all those training. We do survival training as well. We have tanks. Unless you have a armor-piercing rounds that is illegal to buy, good luck. We have drones. We have missiles. We have a navy. We have ships. People, think about it. Times have changed. That's simple. Only way you can over the government if the military is with you. A lot of times, military is going to be, if the government, basically go into flames, the military is going to take over, and we call it'll be martial law. So it is one of those things that people have to think about. You don't need a semi-automatic rifle to go hunting. You're gonna lose a lot of meat, make a huge mess with them. You want to take care of the future. You want to take care, of these problems. Yes, I know that there are ways you can still get a semi-automatic rifle illegally in the black market. People can 3D print it. Yes, but unless there be less of it than more right now. This is my opinion about it. I congratulate the students. I'm here for you, and I'm rooting for you. I thought I lost all the humanity on youth until I saw this movement, and I'm very actually happy that a lot more generation, younger generation, is going to be more uplifting and make a difference. Well, this is all I have. If you like the video, please click the like notification, and also subscribe if you guys haven't, and I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day, guys.